All right, I went live. Let's see what happens here. Let me mute.
Can see it.
Yeah.
You are live.
All right, I got it. Am I getting feedback? How do I sound? Test, test, test. Can you hear me, Paulie? Oh.
Okay, can you hear me this time?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Are you asking us?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, all right. I was like,
Yeah,
I'm alone. Okay,
I
you
can
guys
hear
can hear
you.
me. Okay, good. Good. All right, so that means that can work. Now let's see if the people out there, if there's any people out here. All right, I got a little feedback. Let's see. All right. We'll give it a second, then we'll get started. Be nice if we get a little GameStop run here.
I'm not sure. There.
What's that? Oh, you're kind of coming and going, Polly.
Apparently, it only picked up some of my audio when I was speaking earlier.
Yeah, you're kind of a little bit dropping out a little bit.
I don't know why.
There you go. I got you. Sound all right. All right. Let me test the chat. All right.
They can hear us or no?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can hear us now. I'm just
Yeah.
I'm getting myself together. It says that
Yeah.
no likes it's three waiting though, but we're live.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little feedback though. All right, I'm good.
They can hear us or no?
Yeah, so
There you go.
I think somebody's got their YouTube on.
I'm getting myself together.
Oh, it's me. All right. I'm fucking all right. I feel good about it. I can't tell if we're streaming or not though. That's the thing. Are we live?
I had a bad joke in my mind.
Yeah, we are. Okay. No, we don't know how to do shit.
Yeah.
We do need Sensei. We are live. All right, cool. Thank you, Sensei. I had to get my phone out. You can hear me? How do I sound, bro? Come on. They're not, the chat's not coming in either. All right. So I don't think I'll be looking at chat if I can't figure this shit out. Paulie sounds like Zeus. Paul's recording has failed. All right. Is Paulie even with us at this point? Sorry, guys. We have no fucking clue what we're doing. We'll get our shit together here, though. Can I get AA maybe? All right.
We don't touch things. It's all on you.
No, I know. No, well, let's see. How's GameStop doing? Plus 0.5% right now, looking pretty good. We got 3.69 million. We're seeing some, I think, dark pool trades coming through too, which is just pretty fucking nice. We saw that last week, so I don't know. I think it's T3 also, so that's going to be pretty exciting. I think for this week, but maybe not so much till after OPEX is over. Let me try to get Paulie back in here. Who's it? No, I don't know if we're gonna put up the AMC chart, Raymond. It's I have it here though. It's right there for you.
I just read
Uh,
that the short interest dropped today again
on
on
what's
GameStop.
that? Did it?
Yeah.
I saw Gmews was 100% or some shit somewhere too.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if I can figure out if Polly is with us.
It's not. He just
He's not.
typed it in the chat. He's in the chat.
Yeah. We maybe can get started and start talking about the barking puppy stuff in a second. At least get that down because I know you got to get out of here pretty quick. Yeah, we're gonna cover barking puppy for sure. At least what went on last week. Get into a little bit of it for the show. I got Em with us because she's been in it with us, with me at least from the start when it comes to, I guess, calling him out and then getting shit for calling him out.
Yeah, I've been yapping about him for like a while.
Polly's in YouTube chat now.
Yeah. Mm.
All right. Got your backup.
Paul, you need to call Fitzy on his cell.
Nah, I'm in there. He's reloading right now. I'd say don't turn on your camera if you did, Polly.
I'm gonna give you Fit's number, okay? It's 316.
Polly knows where I like work and shit. He's been there. That was the first time I've ever met anyone. That was a little different. It was cool though. His family was real nice. Everything was nice. What is that? At least there's only 8 people in here. All right, Raymond GME. I'll put AMC on here because I do have some AMC calls. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of a.
Do you want to say hi to people? Let's see, who do we have here?
I don't even know how we can tell who's in here, to be honest. I see Raymond.
In the chat, we have Strawberry Moon, we have Roaring Sensei, we have Raymond GME. Who else do we have? We have Pony Chan Pham. Good morning. Good morning from Pony Chan Pham. We have Dean Jens 9036. Let's go. We have.
That's for you, Sensei.
That's you. We have you.
Yeah.
We have Polly. Hi, Polly.
Is he back?
He's in the chat. We have Diaper King 4075.
What's up, Diaper King 4075?
Yeah, we have New Snake. Hi, New
cool.
Snake.
Yeah, maybe I should share the stream to the Discord. I don't even know.
We have Alex P 5381. Hola. Hi, Alex P. Okay, I think I got everyone. And we lost one person. I said hi.
Yeah, they came for the.
Okay, don't worry. Okay, guys, I'm not.
Hey, Strawberry. Strawberry's here, right?
Oh, one more person here on the very top. Arcane Divine 2727. Woohoo!
What's up, Arcane?
Don't leave. He left.
Arcane.
Now.
Let's see. I could put. Sorry, I do have no clue what I'm doing with most of this, though. But let me see. I can. We saw some calls coming in too. Let's see. Can I share that?
We have chat. So.
Yeah. Oh, they sold off. Never mind. We had them for a minute, guys. So we had some calls for a second. That was all getting exciting. Chart still looks pretty good though. Polly's back.
Yay! Hi, Polly.
Can you guys hear me this time?
Yeah, I got you. All right. I think we're about to get started. We're about to do a show. That's the agenda, Diaper King. If you haven't, well, let's test. Paul, are you good, bro? Before I get started.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know why Riverside likes to crash every time I'm involved. But
It's probably because you're running like 8,000 things.
We're
I think
here.
you got you're mining for Bitcoin.
no, man, like I
yeah.
only have like 3 applications open on my computer right now,
Give it to one.
specifically because Riverside has issues.
Yeah, Riverside's punk. I need a new computer because of it. So yeah, okay. So we're gonna do our show. We're gonna try to do it like we normally would. Em's got to get out of here in a little less than an hour now. She's got to take care of her duties. So we're gonna usually the show is we do Shop GameStop. We're gonna talk about some of the drama from the past week. We'll do that before Em gets out of here. And then we're going to talk about the chart and maybe what might be happening in the next week or two. Excuse me. We should be done by 1, maybe a little bit after. This is the Echo Chamber, if anyone is unaware. We are GameStop bulls. So, Echo Chamber rules while we're here. O'Doyle rules. So, we're not here to talk shit about GameStop. We're not here to talk down on GameStop. We're GameStop bulls. And it's an Echo Chamber. So, all right, let me get my notes up and then we'll just get going here. And I hope we're recording. I know Sensei is here. Thanks everyone for coming who has come.
Says we are.
Yeah, maybe let me share the stream real quick. Figure out how to do that. And then we'll start.
And not that it matters, but the YouTube chat is not coming through on Riverside.
Yeah, I know. It was like I got some weird. Oh no, it's on the. I don't know, man. I got to figure this out because this is like a live stream dashboard. That's pretty cool.
I can see it, right.
All right.
Yeah.
And then if you just. You're worrying me, Polly.
What am I doing?
You're going in and out for a second there. I was getting scared. All right. All right. Let's see. All right. So should I retweet this on X now? I'm scared. Let's do it. All right. Nah, fuck it. I ain't gonna do it.
You need Roaring Sensei to run your show, Fitzy.
Yeah, I really do. I need somebody. He's got his whole shit figured out, though. See, you got to start somewhere, though. All right, I'm not gonna. All right, yes, all right.
So, like, I'm not coming through clear to you guys?
No, you are now. You're great. You're wonderful.
Okay, all right. Yeah, because I don't know what the deal is, but like, I'm on a wired internet connection with a gigabit service, so there's nothing I can do to make it better.
I think, yeah, I don't know. I think we all need new computers. That's about
I'm good.
Yeah. I'm cruising. All right, I got my coffee in me. All right, let me get my notes up, and then we're going to get this shit started. I tweeted. It probably looked like shit, but whatever. All right. Let's fucking go. All right, you ready, Paula?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Em. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Thanks, everyone, for checking out the show. I'm Sean Fitzy.
I'm Em.
I'm Paulie.
This is the Echo Chamber Live. GameStop was nearly flat on the chart last week, but we did have one major crash. Also, Burry bought more GME, and 42010 is intensifying. Are we going to get sucked back into the hype this year? I don't know. I might already be sucked into the 420 hype. How's it going, guys?
It's going great. It's going good.
Yeah, it's going good. We're doing it. We're making it. This is Echo Chamber Live. I'm not sure how much of the first 30
I think you're
minutes.
always sucked into the hype.
Yeah, I am.
Spring break is over.
Yeah, I'm worried, Polly. Are you? Is Polly on a delay here? Polly, can you hear me right now?
I can hear you guys completely clear.
Okay, cool. I just felt like you might. Okay, cool. Anyway, all right, 3. See, this is why we have those. 3.
I hear everything just fine.
Okay, good deal. All right, 3, 2, 1. We're back. All right. I don't know. It's live. We might be having technical issues. I'm not sure. How much of this is going to sound when I actually put the show out there on the streams, but I'm going to try to edit it down and do it. But we got M with us today. I want to call you an expert in the drama.
Am I the drama? I don't Maybe I am.
I think I'm the
drama. No. You just stuck to your guns. Same as me when it came to the puppy stuff. So we're gonna kind of cover what went down last week when it comes to that. And then once we get through that, M's got to get out of here. We're probably gonna do some Shop GameStop stuff too, though. We're gonna talk about some Pokemon and Power Packs, and then we're gonna look at the chart. We're live right now. It is 2:30 on the East Coast, 11:30 my time. GameStop is trading at 23.34. We're up 0.5% after a gap down to open the day. Pretty typical stuff, especially if we finished above max pain, and it's the beginning of XRT settlement. So tend to see these types of things on the beginning of weeks like this. So in the Discord, I was saying we'll probably finish green by 2%. We got about an hour and a half. Might not happen. Maybe though. Volume's kind of died off. Except for some of those trades that are coming through that aren't showing up on my volume. So, but Polly, how are you doing, dude? You doing good?
Yeah, doing all right. Been fairly busy, but otherwise doing okay. Trying to think back through even did the last week. It's all just sort of a blur at this point. Was trying to troubleshoot these technical issues at the beginning. I honestly don't know what the issue is, like why Riverside hates my computer. Well, like I'm down to the point where literally the only 2 applications that are open on my computer right now are Riverside and TradingView, because I honestly don't know what is going on there. Like because I can hear you guys completely fine, and I'm on a wired connection. Yeah, but
we're good.
Like there's nothing more I can do to speed my computer up.
You're all right, bro. Like my Chrome just doesn't work for me all of a sudden anymore. So I'm not sure. Maybe we should look at these. I feel like that app for the Vocasters that we got. I feel like it's causing me some issues since I installed it, but we can figure that out another time. So yeah, other than that, you went to the Final Four, right? How was it? Was that fun?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So yeah, I guess our last recording was before we went to the national championship game. So that was a pretty good game. Michigan ended up beating Connecticut in that one. So yeah, it was fun. That was my 14th national championship game that I've had the privilege of attending. So 12 of those for men's basketball, 2 for women's basketball.
That's pretty cool. Purdue wasn't in it, but they made it to the Elite 8, so that's pretty baller. And they beat UT, so that makes me happy.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay. All right. Yeah. Normally we kind of, I don't know. We'll do the barking puppy stuff, but I did get some Pokemon this week, Polly. Yeah. I started getting the booster boxes. So I got 2 of them now. They're like $50 each. I don't know if the cards I got are pretty good. Some of them looked pretty sweet.
Nice.
Yeah. One was like a Pokepad that that might be the first one to get graded. So. We can talk about that though. We can talk about the socials in a minute. M's been buying Pokemon too, I think. So all right, so let's just I guess we'll get into the drama for the week. So I'm trying to think about where to start. So most people are familiar, and I just want to cover what happened with Barking Puppy. I think there's some key takeaways that we should all have from this type of thing. I don't want to get into talking like crazy shit or anything like that. He's not, whatever went on is whatever went on with his stream, and I wish him the best. But I think one key takeaway that everyone should have from all of this is that he does not have any connection to GameStop. So I don't know, and it's
Not a meaningful one anyway.
yeah. I mean, he could be. He's one of us. He doesn't have inside knowledge. You know, this stuff with his brother. So like he showed up in November, right? Like that's when he showed up doing his live streams. We haven't covered him on the show too much since I'd say probably about the very start of February, where everything kind of popped off, and we'll kind of get ourselves there. But for like the first 4 months, it was a whole lot of isn't he giving us clues? I was in on it at first. I mean, like he was heavily leaning into his brother's lore, the GameStop lore. So you know, I was definitely a part of that initially. I mean, I think we all kind of are hoping for Kitty to come back. So I think it's pretty easy and understandable to see his brother come out and start posting cryptic movie reviews. I think is what they are.
Yeah.
And so I mean, I can't judge anybody for you know, thinking that he might have some information. But I know for a lot of us, I know for me specifically, and I know for M as well, his account got hacked. So like 3-4 months, all the way to the end of January. Huh? I am?
Yeah.
All right, that's fine. We're gonna power through. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, good deal. We're gonna power through. So for like 3 or 4 months, it was, you know, after a while you start wondering like, okay, what's happening here? Because every day a movie review, there's no set of clues that could be put in there from Kitty to us that could matter at that point. So I was already starting to get a little, I don't know, maybe over it. But he got his account hacked, and that's when like everything happened, because he was at like 20,000 followers too. He had that first Barking Puppy account was pretty massive. Yeah, he came out pretty hot there. So yeah, I mean, like for someone just trying to do social media, that would have been a pretty good start. But you know, everyone's looking at that, thinking he has, you know, inside knowledge or whatever. But so he got hacked, and then in the process, he flashed a crypto coin account, his cousin, and that's kind of where we all put up our blockers. That's where I did. You know, that's where I got my profile picture, was right after that. It's pretty cool. I still got it. He's smoking the echo chamber, I think is what it is. I don't know what I'm smoking, but the echo chamber is coming out. So pretty appropriate. But yeah, you know, that's where the memes going back and forth were. And we started. All right. We're good. Everything's live. All right. So yeah, I don't know. That's where the problem started. So that's when we stopped covering it on the show. I don't know. You got anything around that, M? Before?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
we started questioning things, like normal thing to do, right? Like something like this happens, and you have questions, and there's no answers to them. So it was weird, like one weird thing after another, like so many coincidences, like he's starting following coins accounts, his cousin account that have like connections with other coins, like coincidence after coincidence. And with respectful manners, we were questioning things, and a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people were twisting our words, a lot of people were twisting his words, like everyone wanted to hear what they wanted to hear. So there was a lot of heat going on. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I earned some of it. Like I was irritated too. Like, I don't know. Well, I got shit from, you know, so that led to all kinds of drama in my Discord, and I know you know about it. Paulie knows about it too. You know, that got spilled out onto X. You know, through Swami, who's gone now, like disappeared. The biggest BP guy though. But anyways, we'll not get into all of that. But yeah, no, that was like the start of all the bullshit I had to deal with.
yeah,
The Discord, we lost like, I don't know, 30 people over it. A lot of hardcore, like people just did not want me saying anything bad about BP, is kind of how it was seeming. Like everyone had an opinion, but if your opinion was that BP was full of shit, you were getting just dragged, and it seemed like it was pretty much from everyone. But you know what? We stuck to it because fucking that shit's shady when you start throwing out meme coins, regardless. And
Right.
it turned out to be, you know, I don't know if accurate. I mean, I gotta believe that shit was on purpose, right? Like after hearing him do his live stream, so I guess we can kind of
Well,
get
there's
to
no
the live.
question to that, no.
Yeah, I know. Like you know, there's question at the live stream. I guess the only question is if he profited off the coins. There is that barking puppy or no Kevin Legend 14 account that got
I
paid
mean,
40,000.
you can do that. It's okay. You can do that. It's fine.
Oh
But
yeah,
don't mix things. Like it's fine. You can invest in shit coins or coins. I don't want to name them shit coins because some people feel offended. You can do that.
memes.
It's fine.
Well,
It's
well,
okay.
but they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to offend anyone, but don't mix them with GameStop that's like has value, and there's like a lot of DD done and people invested in it like for years, and there's like so much emotions going on in GameStop community. So like let's keep those two things separate, because like one thing has nothing to do with another. Like there's no connection, and I don't think ever will be. So let's just say that out loud. And we
Yeah.
weren't able to do that because we were like getting so much hate for that. Like
Yeah, yeah, it was, and I mean, he was leaning into all of it too, because like that's the thing. It's okay if you want to do a meme coin. Like I think you know, on a side note, the barking puppy community, if they could fucking separate themselves from Kevin, they might have something going there. They got a pretty smart group of people running that thing. I don't know, shit. I've talked to a few of them or whatever, but their community just got banned, so I'm not sure. What's going on there. But I mean, like they did something more than most of these meme coins do. I personally think he it was the buddy coin that I think he had his connection to. If you watch some of the ramblings of the live stream, I think he was saying something about he didn't make anything off them or the BP coin, but that Kevin Legend account made some money off of on Pump Fund, made some money off of Buddy, like $40,000 in creator fees. I don't know if that was through Buddy, but that account called Kevin Legend 14 made $40,000.
And I guess if we're going to be fair, we can also note that anybody can make an account named that, right?
For sure.
But it is all at least, you know, at the very least suspicious, right? So
yeah, it for sure is. AMC is up 7.41%. I'm just calling it out for sense of there. And my calls, I have to open it up, but anyways, I kind of can see the chat every now and then. All right. Thanks, Annie. We're pretty excited to do the lives. If this works out, we're gonna keep doing them. So, all right. So yeah. So we dropped off in February. We stopped covering it on the show, and then that caused a huge split in the community. He started throwing butterflies on everything. Pretty much, you know. Then it became AMC to the fucking moon. No. And you know, I mean, I'll be honest. If he wanted to just like, you know, he might have been able to do something with AMC. He started talking about it at $1, I think 98 cents, and it's at $1. All right, we'll stop covering it. But so you know, like he had an opportunity to be like a trader if that's what he was going for. But yeah, he started talking about AMC. Just, you know, I think the gist was
but skipping from one thing to another. He was blaming people on the X or whatever platform he was on, but it was him. He was skipping from one thing to another. He was like he never decided what side he picked, and nobody even knew what he was talking about. He never took a side. Yeah, and then he was blaming on people, like, oh, you cannot decide. It wasn't people, it was him who couldn't decide.
Yeah, it was a lot of it seemed heavily leaned into AI, like the content, the reviews themselves. Yeah. I guess the only time he really talked about GameStop was when he called Ryan Cohen a hollow man. We were trying to decide whether or not that was what he was getting at, but if you got to watch him go live, he is not a fan of Ryan Cohen at all.
Well, at least the perceptibly inebriated or intoxicated Kevin is not a fan of Ryan Cohen.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
And so I guess we can get that out of the way now. It definitely was on one. Whatever it may have been. He ended up going. He might still be in a 72-hour hold, and he might have needed it. He'd mentioned he had not been sleeping. The cops were talking about his huge pupils. I don't know. He'd been posting pretty early in the morning too. So yeah. I guess I don't know if there's a disclaimer there though, just that people say dumb shit when they're fucked up. I guess I guess that's it. But yeah. But I feel like there's always, we all kind of probably feel this way. There's always some truth in that stuff. Like I think
like people like to say drugs don't lie, and
he said he likes dogs and animals. He was saying some truth there.
And I guess I will just say, like, we obviously don't know what or if he was on anything, but it sure seemed like that would have been highly possible, just given the way that everything went down. Like, I don't think that we saw his true self and all that. It was chaotic. It was dramatic. It was
yeah.
There was definitely a lot of things he wanted to say, but he would not say it like sober.
Tons of things that he probably would not have said sober if I had to guess.
There's like, maybe he needed to let it out of himself, like he needed to express himself, and he needed some help to do that. So yeah, but that's like a private thing, so we don't want to talk about his private life. So
and like some people view alcohol as like a little bit of a truth serum, which to some extent is true. Like if we're just talking about alcohol or some other stimulants or depressants for that matter, some things can get you to be more truthful, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to say facts. It like allows you to spill over what you consider to be your truth, which may be a distorted version of history, may be deeply held beliefs that you aren't even aware of yourself. And so it doesn't necessarily mean that you're spilling all truth, but just that you are you're sharing kind of your bare self, if that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah. All right. So I changed the screen. I'll show up over on YouTube. I flipped it to the Twitter. So I just pulled up Barking Puppies.
Yep. It's changing over right now. I'm looking over my iPad.
Just because, so he got quiet for a while. And, I could have a theory that I don't know. We'll see if I get into it, but he got quiet for a while.
He could pin that top message.
My God. It's actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
It is. It was really good.
Yeah.
My God, you people are idiots. Yeah, that's great. That's funny.
Said we're not.
Yeah. So he so the grind of movie reviews isn't. I mean, even like I'm doing this live because I'm hoping I can find a shortcut to editing because it's a pain in the butt. So doing a daily movie review, even if it's heavily AI, written, you still got to record it. He's got to run it through CapCut or whatever, and put all those fucking filters on there, and so it's time consuming. And
it's not totally trivial.
Yeah, no, and after 6 months, everyone who's been on Twitter for an extended period of time knows with GameStop will just die out. There'll just be no engagement for months on end, and I think he was starting to feel that, so he stopped posting as much, but then he showed back up. So let's see. So March 31st, and then he came back to, I don't even know. I want to click the sound, but I'm not sure what's gonna happen. But how many shares should I buy? That was the one.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone wanted to know, what are you talking about? Yeah.
Could have been timeshares. We don't know.
Yeah, I'm thinking it was AMC maybe, but I think, what all of this is just, the next tweet, which is I should have 1 million followers. The algorithm is against me. Maybe me and Pete need to have a chat. He's got a problem with Pete. That is fucking evident. I put follows earned. You have to actually do something first, but I stand by that. Like, movie reviews are dope. He's got 12,000 followers. That's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, it's really good.
That's pretty good for 6 months of work and doing some movie reviews. I've been out here 5 years. Anyways, and then you know, he put his most famous one, which was biting off of his brother's maybe most famous one, and he said, "Let's do this again." I think, yeah. Anyways, very early, I think, from California, 2:30 a.m. my time. So I know, maybe early riser, maybe. So yeah. And then the you people, my God, you people are all idiots. That one's pretty good. Let me go back to the chart real quick. All right.
Although, didn't he say he was in like Wyoming or something?
Well, he went on vacations, and that's why I mean, if I'm gonna he went on a run. He was sitting courtside at Celtics games. He was on ski trips. He was living it up. So that's, you know, pretty nice. So,
Hi, Curious Cat.
What's up, CC? Good to see you. Yeah. All right. So we'll get to the crash out, I think. You know, so it started with an Instagram live, and I don't know. Fuck, I follow this shit. I don't give a fuck. I mean, I call it hate watch or whatever, but it's definitely interesting. So I've
left notifications on if for no other reason than to remain informed, because you never know if something noteworthy is going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. So it started live on Instagram.
It happened.
Yeah. This exceeded my expectations for that.
Everyone's
I was enthralled. I was at work. I closed. It was Thursday night. I was in a table over there off to the side on my tablet. It was crazy. It was crazy. I was like, holy shit, like half the time. Anyways, yeah, started on Instagram live, and then some folks, he started calling people. People just chilling, doing laundry in their house and shit. And they talked him into going over to Twitter. And he gladly did it because he's feeling it. Like I you know, whatever. He's on one for sure, but he's feeling the views. This is what he's about. This is what he wants. He feels entitled to the engagement. He does. He said that in the tweet a couple days ago. He said it a couple other times, how he deserves more. He feels like he deserves maybe what I don't know. I don't want to get into his family's possible dynamics, but that's what this is about. That's what, you know, of course, being fucked up. But he started getting views, and then he goes over to X, and that shit blew up. I think it had over 1,000 people in there at one point. It was a massive space. And I don't know. I made a post.
He wanted any of that. What happened? I don't think so. No.
Not that many people.
No, I don't think that he wanted anything that happened to happen. Like.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I definitely wouldn't want to go on a live all fucked up. That's for sure. Like that. Like there's. Anyways, I don't know. But who knows? I don't know. I wonder if he'll probably be back too if I'm to guess. But yeah, 1,000 people on the live, and he just started going crazy, is what I would say. He gave out his brother's phone number twice. He gave out his.
Just wild.
Which is fucking wild. That was the one that they should have stopped him. And if you guys hear this, I won't shout him out because
they didn't stop him for that. They were stopping him for his girlfriend. Yeah, everyone wanted the Roaring Kitty number. They were like,
everyone was writing on the kitty.
They were like, can you repeat that?
Yeah.
And for people out there who were taking note of these things or hoping that he would share these, what do you think is going to happen if you try to contact them? Like, that's like, what is going through their head is what I want to know. Like, do you really think this is going to work?
I know.
All of a sudden, Kitty's getting a bunch of retards texting him and calling him and shit. I swear to.
Like, hey, your brother says hi. Like, what? Oh my gosh! Like, it just blows my mind what goes through people's heads.
Yeah, that was wild. And then he gave out his ex's number, which I don't know, whatever. I think he was complaining that his ex broke up with him, but then he was also complaining that his side chick doesn't like him. So, I mean,
there was that.
There was that. He was doing.
But we don't know how much of it is truth. Maybe he wanted to make his ex jealous. So we don't know how much of
Maybe.
his like drunk talk was like, truth, because he was like going on the other stupid talks later on. So
Yeah. I saw a good review by Mark E. I forget how to say his name. So sorry. I'd say look him up, but I don't even know how to say his name. He gave a pretty good review of the situation. Um, but you kind of like, he was complaining about all that. He was talking like he's an alpha male. He was being very racist towards Muslims. I'm just gonna say it. That's what he was doing. That ended that got him off the stream first, but then he came back, and I think it just degraded from there. It ended. I was kind of trying to do some work, I think, at that point, so I missed part of it. But then he was back on Instagram Live, and everyone's like, he's back. It was
and nobody, not even one person, told him to stop. Like I did. I texted I wrote in the DMs like to stop, but there was no people to make him stop. Like even in the X, like they were encouraging him like do more. Like they were having fun of it. Like that was no fun. Like,
yeah, you're right. It was rough. We watched the dude spiral in front of us.
He was complaining like how my kid is gonna one day watch the movie and see that person like a crackhead or whatever. How is he gonna look at me? Like, bro, you're doing that live, and he's gonna see you doing all of that. Like, someone could have stopped him, and nobody did. They wanted more. That really sucked.
Yeah. Well, I think somebody tried to stop him twice.
Yeah.
He got swatted by
and
someone
succeeded. Thanks God.
Yeah, I mean, I don't root for anybody to get locked up for any amount of time, 72 hours. He got put on a 72-hour hold. It ended with him live streaming. I'm laughing because it's crazy. I'm not like
it was pretty surreal.
It was surreal, and there's some images out there of him strapped to a gurney, smiling and streaming.
That was wild. Like, he was smiling. Like he kept his head smiling for the whole thing. Like, bro, that was
they basically had to take his phone away from him because they didn't want him recording in the ambulance.
Yeah, he went live for a second the next day, and he said he wasn't
complaining that nobody's doing work in the hospital.
Yeah,
like dude has some issues.
Yeah. So that was epic. I don't think anyone could have guessed that it would have ended that way. It ended with, there's some crazy clips of it, like No Pie, that guy. No Pie does some edits, I'll tell you what. And he's pretty funny. There's some crazy edits out there, but not like it's what he did. New Snake made one with the 8-ball. It was like Kitty doing his 8-ball, and then Kevin doing his 8-ball and throwing it up against the wall, and it's broken. It was fucking crazy. All right, so I got some takeaways. It was crazy, but I think we can say that we learned some stuff from this, right? So he definitely doesn't have like deep market knowledge, and I'm not saying that like and I'm not saying that like we're just, I know GameStop, but everything else I'm learning as I go. But the perception that he was some genius, investor out there, I think we can like check that off as not true. He made a comment about walking through the halls of what was it? The headquarters of Wall Street, and that was a pretty good sign right there. I was like, "Where's that? Is it the NYSE?"
No, it's like Kate House.
Anyway, so I think the idea that he is, like his brother or equal to his brother when it comes to trading, I think we can probably cross that one off.
Maybe when they wild.
Yeah, you either cross that one off or you say that he's one of the greatest actors you've ever seen.
Ever. Yeah, ever. Yeah.
It cannot be both.
Yeah, exactly. He could have written this AMC thing for like another week too. He should have kept his shit together. He could have maybe a little bit. He could have ran that one out because he did get in on it, like had a good time. He could have used that up. you know, he definitely came off takeaways. I think this was all about fame. Maybe I'm sure there's some monetary. You know, people want to act like everything's on the straight and up, like no one's doing deals through DMs, like people aren't paying him to post butterflies or talk about AMC or accidentally tag or follow buddy. Like people want to act like that's not happening, but that is definitely happening. That happens on X a lot. Anyone who was here in 2023 and saw some of the crazy shit that other community did, you know, the alt accounts, all kinds of shit, buying accounts, like it's a lot, and it can happen, and it does happen. So
that's why we were suspicious from the very beginning. It's like, okay, the shit's happening again.
Yep, exactly. And then it happens like once a year. It was this one was pretty epic though. Usually it doesn't split.
Like,
yeah, it doesn't usually beat up a community. Like we had Sultan the year before that. That was kind of, I got into it. But it didn't last that long. And most of the GameStop folks were like, all right, this guy, he's not part of it. But there was a lot of people who I was very surprised were so passionate about the Kevin stuff, like very passionate. So yeah, another takeaway. Well, I guess to finish that is just, you know, he was looking for the fame. I think that if we're looking for a goal or a motive, that, and maybe making some money with it too. Yeah, if he would have, he could have done that BP thing. I'm not saying he did, but if he wasn't part of BP, he'd probably miss an opportunity to make money there too. I'll just say that. He has no inside information. Kitty does not talk to him. I think we can check that off too.
Kitty doesn't talk to Ryan Cohen. We can check that off too.
Yeah,
no inside information's there.
Yeah. There's a whole story he gave about how when RC sold BBBY, he didn't tell Kitty, he didn't tell Kevin. Like RC was gonna call Kevin to tell him he's selling BBBY. But anyways, a whole like thing that he tells a story about how Kevin was, or Kitty, Keith. All the K's are messing with me. I'll just say Kitty. How Kitty wasn't even. He ran down to his computer because he didn't know that RC was selling, and that's bullshit. First off, he's talking about BBBY, and second off, he was passing on a secondhand story through a friend. So,
exactly.
He doesn't. Their communication isn't. I don't know. Whatever. I can't say what it is for sure, but I can say that they don't talk much. He tried to call him a couple times. He kept saying how he never fucking answers. So yeah. It was just wild. I feel bad now laughing, but kind of, I don't know. We dealt with so much shit, man. Like I don't feel too terrible. It was ugly for a while there. Yeah, and he has nothing to do with GameStop. In fact,
it happens in every family. Shit happens, so it's not like only in their family. Shit happens everywhere. So yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
Just move on. They will move on.
Family's complicated.
Yeah.
Exactly. He has nothing to do with GameStop. He does not like RC. He said that a lot on the stream. He is not a fan of Ryan Cohen.
Very, very strongly held incorrect knowledge about the history there with Ryan Cohen too. Like probably the most revelatory thing about that entire meltdown was the fact that he honestly has
no clue
whatsoever what is going on with the business of GameStop. He is aware that GameStop is a stock, and he knows that Ryan Cohen is a person. But I would say that based on what he put on display last week, that is about the extent of his meaningful knowledge of the situation. And that is disappointing, honestly. He could be so close to the story and yet be like willfully ignorant of what's going on there. But I guess if I'm going to be a little bit empathetic, like, this is someone who like had a movie made about something that happened to his family, and he was portrayed as like a pot smoking brother. And he's even said like, I don't smoke pot. And I'll take him at his word on that. So, this is someone who has been, in some sense wronged by the telling of the story. in the past. So like I'm empathetic to that, but for him to be, I don't know, like trying to build an audience with that same community, using overt references that will get people to pay attention to him. Yeah, that's all kind of surprising. So like, if he thinks that if he thinks that Ryan Cohen made his money off of the backs of GameStop investors, then I don't think that you can really trust any of his opinions on financial markets or much of anything else at this point. At least as far as it pertains to this story. I'm like, yes. I still think that he's probably a very smart guy. Like I don't think that he's like I don't think he's stupid, but I do think that he could have the potential to be what you might call like the Russians had this term, the useful idiots. So like what you were talking about, Fitz. So like I obviously don't know
somewhere in the life,
yeah,
something happened. He said he had some past, so he might just lose that some sort of his vibe all around. How the kids like to call this now.
Yeah, but like we don't obviously know what his motivation is, why he's doing what he's doing now, or why he decided to come back on social media. But
he said it. He lost 10 millions.
Oh, was that it?
Yeah. He said it. That's his motivation. I don't know if he had calls or shares or I don't know what happened, but he said he lost 10 millions.
Oh, I know that he had talked about like how he would have been rich like beyond all measure if Ryan Cohen hadn't diluted or something. So I don't know.
He's mad about because he's kind of clueless, but he's mad about the butterfly stuff. The BBBY in August, because that's the only time he's ever talked about it. Because I can't imagine.
So
I don't know.
That's just speculation. So
and I know he was like giving Kylo Zen the best conversation of his entire life.
That space was nuts. That space was nuts, man. Like
that was something. But I mean, just anyone at this point who still thinks that it's Ryan Cohen's fault that GameStop is not a 6-figure stock or whatever, like they just have a fundamental failure to understand how the stock market works. Whether Ryan Cohen had issued shares during that pump or not, GameStop would not have like that's not what killed it. And just a fundamental look at the chart makes that really clear. Yeah,
for sure. June 2024. Yes.
Yeah. And so like anyone who lost money on that because they were in short dated calls, like, sorry, that sucks. But when you buy short dated calls, you must understand that you are gambling. And there are no certainties with that.
Just look at May. Just look at May and how we stopped at 80 in pre-market for nothing. Mm-hmm. No offering. Just a month before.
Hard break, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And so like, and there's no news there. Like that's just where it stopped. Right. So, the chart does what it does for reasons far beyond what one person can control. And if anyone still holds any ill will toward Ryan Cohen because he issued shares above prices that he had previously raised money at, then I think they just don't understand what it takes to build value in this company, because all of that was accretive. And we wouldn't be. We'd probably be trading at like $12 right now or lower if it weren't for that. Yeah.
Correct.
Because now they have $9 billion of cash and equivalents in marketable securities.
And we're talking about buying shit like PayPal or whatever, before April 2024, we were not. We had $1 billion.
GameStop wasn't acquiring anybody back then.
No, we were just and we're trading at $10. So, you're gonna have to duck pretty quick here, I think, right?
Yeah.
You got anything before you get out of here? Did you do any shopping this week?
I got some cards. So
what'd you get? Anything good?
Not that good. Not some good cards. Like I like them all. I keep I keep collecting them, and maybe in 5 years.
Yeah, I agree. Like I keep getting, yeah, it's fun. I've not been a
I
card
treat
collector.
them with respect, all of them, not only the best of the best. I treat them all with respect. I love them all equally. Like I have some cards from like
Are we
past
talking about your children or your cards?
Yeah.
my cards.
Oh, okay. But you do have a favorite child, to be clear.
Yeah, Pikachu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
GameStop.
Yeah, I have some cards from like past 6 years. So yeah, I have so many cards I want to grade. I just need to look at them like and pick the best of the best because I
Yeah.
have so many. Yeah.
I'm gonna get my PokePad graded.
Yeah,
That'll be the one. Yeah, I think so. It's worth like $23 just raw.
that's not bad.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty good for a brand new
Yeah.
card.
Yeah.
I was
Go
gonna pull.
on, go on Amazon or eBay, get yourself a centering tool. Or like there are apps for that too, but you do have to like make sure that your photo is taken at completely
I saw Daniel.
level.
I'm sorry, Polly.
You're fine.
Yeah, I saw Daniel. He's grading the Carsmith cards.
Yeah.
Oh,
Those are tough. Those are tough
that's-
to get 10s on.
Yeah, but is it through GameStop? Because that wasn't possible.
Yes, you can.
yeah.
I've sent one in through GameStop. I got a 9.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. But those curved refractors, those cards are very, very difficult to get high grades on.
I have some.
Echo got a 10 on that.
On his
Onyx,
one of
right?
one Bitcoin, yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
fucking a really nice card. A
Yeah.
really nice
So I
card.
need to look
Yeah.
for those.
And that's a card that's like $5,000 raw.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to look for those.
Yeah, I bought those. I like buying Pokemon better. I think it's
Yeah.
more fun.
Pokemons are fun.
Yeah, they are. They look cool too. Some
Yeah.
of them are cute. Some are like badass looking. I'm starting to figure out what I'm supposed to be looking for. Paul, you helped me with the number thing on the bottom last week.
Yeah, that's a
Wasn't
nice little shortcut.
Yeah, because and like when you're opening packs, it's like the last 3 are usually the good one. Well, actually, one of them's a fucking what is it? An element card? I don't even. What,
Oh yeah, energy.
energy. Yeah, I need to figure it out.
You get 10 cards plus 1 energy in a normal English booster pack.
Yeah.
One time my kid brought cards from school, and can you imagine card worth like $50? Someone gave it to him.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that's sweet. You should get it graded.
Yeah, I think I will because it was like it's a good shape and it's in the foil.
That's very cool.
Yeah, that
I
is
was
cool.
like, my friend gave it to me. I was like, well, let me look.
That's mine.
Next
now.
day.
It's going in the vault.
Yeah.
Next day, it was in my pile of cards.
There you go. Just
Yeah, it's
little
the number.
parent tax.
Yeah,
Right, exactly. What's he gonna do with it? You're gonna treat it better than he would probably. I got the
Yep.
Gengar that was the promo, but not the promo one. So that's all right. But I wanted the GameStop one, so
Yeah.
I need to figure that out. But I think I want to get some of the older ones. The is it the Prismatic Evolution? Was it that blue box or whatever?
The
like $100
Prismatic
right now.
Evolution. Oh, you're
Ascending
you're
Heroes,
talking
that's
about.
what it-
Are you talking about the one with the Charizard on it?
Yes, exactly.
The blue one. Yeah, that's an ultra premium collection box. It was a Charizard special box, and that one I think was what $199 or $299, something like that. It's not very cheap. But yeah, they had a lot of those in stock.
Yeah, 100. It was there was one that was 119 that I was looking at. I think it was like 200 when it first came out too, so that was pretty cool.
That was probably it then, the Charizard UPC. So they call the ultra premium collection box the UPC. Then there's an ETB, which is an elite trainer box. And then you got booster boxes and booster bundles, and yeah, there's this whole nomenclature around it. But
Yeah, I
You
pulled
know
up.
what I've noticed on Facebook? There's like a lot of hateful posts about GameStop prices, like comparing
Oh,
to
yeah.
Walmart, Target, whatever. And when you look at other like retailers, it's like the same prices, but everyone hating on GameStop.
Yeah, that sounds about right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
just another day in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty standard stuff there when it comes to GameStop. Yeah, it was the Ascending Heroes Pokemon trading card. I'm looking at it now. 119, 113 for pros. So I think that was like $200 when it first came out. And
So I know why you cannot buy some stuff, like when your order is glitching. I figured it out. So on the website, you adding some items to the cart, and then you cannot pay. Your order is glitching. Some items are out of stock and doesn't say on the website. So I've been like adding, removing items to my order, and it clicked, and the order went through when I removed some item, and I just figured out, okay, it must be out of stock. So that's
I'm looking.
Yeah, that one on the left of your on the left of your screen right now, Fitzy, is the Mega Charizard X EX UPC.
Yeah, 249.
That's what they're selling it for online. I'm pretty sure it was 200 in the store.
I mean, I want a Charizard. I think I want some older ones, because I was trying to look at the pricing on the cards I was pulling, but nothing's graded really yet, right? Because they're all new.
Right. Yeah, that's the tricky thing with the brand new sets is like until a market's been established for cards that have just been released, like you're not really going to know what's quote unquote valuable. But like we talked about before, the high numbered ones are generally going to do it. But yeah, like every booster pack has at least every standard booster pack has 3 cards in it that are some sort of holographic. So that could be like a reverse holo or a regular holo or a line holo, like Cosmo holo, like but they'll have some sort of a shiny patina to them. And then you get 7 common or uncommon cards that don't have shiny, and then you get the energy card. But every now and then you have like a 1 in 5,000 chance of pulling a pack that's a god pack that has lots of rare holo cards in them. Yeah,
that'll get me. Even getting like one of the nice ones kind of hooked me. I've already been back. These are the ones I was getting. It's 47.49 for.
Okay, yeah. The booster bundle comes with six booster packs.
Yeah,
those are
that's
nice.
fun. Yeah, I need. IB's been talking. I've been talking with IB about it. I need to learn how to do a battle. He's gonna teach me because.
Oh, nice.
And I asked him. I said, "How do you battle?" He said, "You play the game." So I guess I have to figure out how to play Pokemon.
Yeah, you can also download the Pokemon TCG game on your phone, and they'll teach you how to play.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did get that app actually too.
Yeah.
Em, do you gotta go, Em? I don't want you to.
Yeah, I gotta go. Yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate you coming.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you for having me. It was fun.
Yeah. Anytime.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Everyone who was in the chat. Bye, guys.
Everyone in the chat and everyone who will be listening later.
Yes. Thank you, guys. Have fun listening to us. Be careful with the team and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
Thanks, Em.
Bye, Em. Thank you.
Bye.
All right. That was cool. That worked out. That was good.
Yeah.
I think we might be in a good spot for a break here. Unless you got any, did you do any shopping, Polly?
I was going to go to GameStop last night, but by the time I was on that side of town, they had just closed. So did not make it over there this week, but I think I got some new power packs this week. Let me look. I know that I added some graded cards to my collection because of eBay deals.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing really too noteworthy there. I will say though, like the PSA offers have been better the last like 3 days than they have been.
They have been
recently.
really good. Yeah, I was gonna say that too. The app. So yeah, I found switching. We were talking a little bit. Sensei's here. Roaring Sensei. By the way, he's got a live stream coming up Wednesday, right? Is that Wednesday?
Yes, Wednesday night, 6 p.m. Eastern, and it's gonna be a 40-person tournament of sorts. So it's like a single elimination sort of deal, except you're not playing one-on-one. You have a heat. So there's there are 2 heats, 16 players each for starter packs. So everybody's bought 1 starter pack. And then there's a heat for 8 players who all got silver packs. And the I'm going to say winner, but it's actually the person who pulls the card with the lowest value in each heat will have a platinum pack drawn for them. And that's all thanks to a sponsorship from GameStop. So GameStop has sponsored him with $2,000 to give away in that stream. So
nice. Bye, Curious Cat. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
I will be signing up this one. I've been trying to
Oh,
sit
it's
out
already
on some
it's already sold out, dude.
now the contest, whatever the giveaways he does. I think
Oh,
'cause he
okay. All
has
right.
those
Yeah,
giveaways.
yeah. Yeah.
I'll be doing those. I'll be joining that fun.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I seem to win those pretty good. So I'll be looking forward to my new Pokemon card that I get after that stream.
Exciting.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Those streams are awesome. They are sponsored by GameStop. I think I was going to say is the Power Pack site isn't the best when you're trying to like look at your collection. It's I sometimes struggle. That's what I was going to say. Sensei, in your meetings with the Power Pack gods, sometimes that website isn't the greatest. So, but anyways. Maybe don't tell them that. I don't know.
No, I think they want to know the feedback. So
Yeah.
if you have specific feedback, then
I gotta go. I gotta go from
to...
Chrome to Safari often, and it's a loading issue, especially.
Oh, that's weird because I use Chrome almost exclusively.
Yeah, I don't know. I've had fucking terrible issues with Chrome, but also like looking at my collection is just. It's a lot quicker on the PSA app. So I wish there was a Power Pack app that we could just do it all in the app instead of having to use a web browser.
Yeah, you can, at least on your phone, you can, if you go to most websites, but this does work with Power Packs because they've packaged it as a PWA, Progressive Web App. You can go to powerpacks.com, which redirects to powerpacks.gamestop.com on your phone, and then if you hit the share button, I'm talking in the context of an iPhone, but if you do the similar steps on an Android, I'm sure it'll work. You can say save to home screen, and if you do that, then it'll put a little let's see, what is it's a GS logo on it for the little icon, and anytime you open that, it'll launch it as a full screen web app on your phone at least. So at least there's that. But yeah, the PSA app has some advantages to it.
For sure. Sorry, Sensei. Yeah. I won't talk bad about it. It's my company too. I'm just saying. There's only 20 of y'all listening right now. Okay. All right, cool. Well, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to Sensei's stream. It's Wednesday, so I should be okay to catch some of it after I get out of work. That'll be fun. But yeah. Do that. All right. Let's take like a 2-minute break. I gotta go smoke a cigarette, guys.
Okay. Yeah, I think if you went on a bender and started like harassing Ryan Cohen and Larry Chang and everything, then maybe we'd have more than 20 people listening live right now.
Right? If I get fucking slobbered, I'll be back. Give me a couple minutes. All right, I'll be right back.
Okay, sounds good. Guess I get to sit here in silence or entertain the crowd. There's a little bit of stuff in the chat here. Yeah, Fitz already addressed Sensei getting his feelings hurt. Yeah, no, there is a ton of useful feedback, I think, and when it comes to the whole like collector's umbrella of companies, so you've got PSA, SGC, PCGS, I think that's the name of the coin grading service, and now Beckett as of December. And then they also own Card Ladder. Yeah, they've got like a nice little ecosystem of all the collectibles things, and I've definitely noticed a lot of things as I use all those just ways that they could be either improved or maybe fixing bugs. I gotta send a message out to Sensei and one of our contacts over at Collectors, and some things that I noticed over the weekend with the valuation model on cards and the way that some data shows up in Card Ladder. So I don't know if there's anything that they can do about it, but I definitely see the potential for people to try to manipulate some things, especially on the less liquid cards. So I don't know if there's anything they can do about it, because they source their data from like eBay and other auction houses and everything. But when the data from eBay is bad or even manipulated, that could be potentially problematic. So like in the one instance that I found the other day was I actually had a card listed on eBay for sale, and the card ladder value for this is like, I don't know, something stupid like $9. Like I had it listed up in the 30s range. It was probably like 37.41, and it actually did not sell for the price that I had it listed at, but I got an offer on eBay for it a couple months ago. And I accepted the offer, but then I never got paid for it. So I reached out, said, "Hey, what happened to this card?" They were like, "Oh, well, it looks like it was never paid by the buyer." So even though they made an offer and you have to have a payment method on file to make an offer, and I accepted the offer very quickly, the payment never went through. So the card stayed in my collection. I then relisted it, and I still hadn't sold, but I noticed after a while that the card ladder value got adjusted because of the accepted offer, even though that sale never actually closed. So like it looks like a completed sale on eBay, but that person never paid for the card. So I still had it. But then the way I'm looking at this is that card was in the vault. Like PSA has it. They physically know that it has not changed hands. And there's a listing out there with that certificate number that is showing as a completed sale, even though it never got sold.
All right,
So the way I look at that is, hey, welcome back. So the way that I was looking at that is PSA and card ladder should not think that that card is worth more based on a sale that never completed, especially when they know that that card is currently in their vault and hasn't changed from one vault to another. Like it's been in one vault for months now. And if they're looking at a completed sale, they should be able to denoise that and flag that transaction as not having actually completed. But like I eventually got offered like I think $28 for the card by PSA, and I was like, well, I guess I'll go ahead and take this offer since the $35 offer that I accepted never went through.
Yeah,
so
the offer's really good right now.
Yeah, but so like you missed part of the story, Fitz. But what I was basically saying is that I was able to take like a $28 offer on a card from PSA because a $35 offer on eBay was accepted months ago, but never actually went through. So I still had the card, and eventually the card ladder offer like adjusted, and they made me a PSA offer based on that. But the number that they were using to form the basis for the value of the card was a sale on that exact card, that certificate number that never actually went through.
Oh. All right.
So yeah, I see a potential for people to attempt to manipulate certain card markets.
Where there's a will, there's a way too.
Yeah. So I got to have a conversation with our friends over at Collectors and let them know that I found that nifty little bug. Because like that card never sold for $35, but now they think that it has like a $38 card ladder value because that sale that never actually went through is in like February, and it's a very illiquid card. Like people just aren't selling it. So that one transaction was able to manipulate the value of the card. And I wasn't trying to manipulate anything. I was just like these are just things that happened to me. And I noticed it. So I'm like, I'm gonna make sure that they know, but I don't know if they can do anything about it. That's the thing.
I got a Stunfisk it's worth $100. I got it in a silver pack, and it's a 2025 PSA 10. I think I'm worried that as soon as it comes off the GameStop offer, I'm worried that it's going to drop like significantly with PSA. So considering taking it, because there's not a lot of like it's only been sold like 3 times or 4 times or something. So
yeah,
I feel like it's probably not basing. I don't know. Stunfisk doesn't look very cool either, man. It's like it's fucking flat blob or some, I don't know. So I guess one other thing about Shop GameStop. Oh, go ahead. Did I catch you off there?
No, if I just on the topic of cards that don't necessarily look the best. I had a card that I had it for a while, and I was looking at it in my collection. I'm like, I don't even like this card. Like, I don't even like, it doesn't look that cool to me. Maybe it looks cooler in person, but it's for a Pokemon. It's a Regigigas. I had a PSA 10 Regigigas that I pulled from a starter pack months ago, and I finally took an offer from PSA yesterday or the day before, because I was like, this card's worth like 3 or 4 times what I paid for it at this point, and I don't even think it's like a cool card to look at. So I'm like, I don't understand the value that other people see in it, but I'm going to take profit on it.
I'm looking at it. It's a weird looking animal or robot or something.
Yeah, it's like a I don't know, some kind of mechanized insect or something. I don't know. Like, it was a full art card, the one that I had, and I just remember thinking when I got it, I'm like, how is that worth that much? I don't know, but I'm gonna take the money. Yeah, that's it. It's a weird looking guy, and the one card that I had, let's see, it'll be in my sold tab here on Power Packs.
I got rid of I had a trainer worth like $40 too. I was just like, fucking, I don't like the trainers. They don't look very cool. So
it was the 2023 Sword and Shield series. Crown Zenith was the set. It was a full art Regigigas V-Star, and I took a PSA offer for $91.99 on that. I had paid $25 for the card.
Let's go.
Yeah,
I got my first gold pack.
Nice. Yeah, but like I normally like to hang on to PSA 10s, just in general, but on that one I was like, I'm ready to take profit, just because it doesn't look that cool of a card to me. So
yeah, exactly. I got I bought a gold pack. I think I've won one, but I actually bought one because I just been buying starters and some silvers. But I had enough in my wallet. Finally had enough in there, so I did one, and it was all right. It was
nice.
It was worth like $68. It's a Pikachu though, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've done best on silvers. I think is kind of where I've had. I don't know. I've only done one gold though myself, so I guess I can't. Not a good.
My collection is predominantly starter packs, but and I like having that many starter packs, but it becomes very taxing to go through and try to curate your collection when you have a lot of the small value cards.
Yeah, they're like $17 each and shit. Yeah,
right.
And
so I'm gonna try to just buy cards less frequently and maybe get more of the gold packs and up, by just maybe taking a more measured approach.
Well, my move is I sell if it's under $25. Usually if it's like 18, 17, I'll just sell it, and then I'll let that wallet build up. And that's kind of, but then it's like, okay, how much should I spend to get to $100 in my wallet?
Like, right. Yeah.
It's like going to Chuck E. Cheese and how much did you spend to get the ticket to get that fucking Frisbee? But
yeah, my strategy has been different. Like if I pull a card that is worth less than what I paid for it, I will almost always hold on to it.
Yeah.
Until I can either sell it on eBay or to a PSA offer for at least as much as I paid for it, or if not, just have a very small loss. I've done that on most of my cards.
Yeah, I think I want to set up some other account for like where if I sell on PSA or eBay, I want to start a Pokemon account or something. Because if that shit just goes like, if I sell and it just goes right into my Stripe and then into my bank account, it'll just go into my bank account.
Yeah, but you want to actually recycle those funds into your hobby.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of it'll feel better if I do it that way too. So I'll have to figure all that out. All right, let's get into the week that was. It is, well, we got 30 minutes left. Power Hour has been here. I remember when Power Hour was exciting.
Right.
That ended a long time ago, but we're at 23.40 right now, so sitting right at Kitty's cost basis, up 0.7%, and we've traded 4.43 million in volume. I don't know, it's OPEX week, so I'm gonna temper my expectations
as
I should. Yeah, I mean, I said in the Discord, I think we'll probably get to 25 this week. I don't think we're going to end there. Well, Max Payne is 22.50. I don't know. Some are probably right around 20, probably right around here. I have a feeling this is where we end. the week, but we can talk about last week and what happened. I mean, the big excitement was the roaring kitty stuff. Here, let me get my chart right. That's my problem. All right. So I guess I'll just use.
Yeah, I will say, like, while you're pulling that up, but from a gamma exposure perspective, I know that last week, as we were approaching the close, looking ahead to this week's expiration, the peak gamma exposures for positive gamma were at $23, $24, and $25. Like almost equivalent strength on each of those, which means like there's a draw for the price to approach that, but also that they'll act as resistance. And now the peak for the $25 strike is lower than, it's the lowest out of those three. There's still significant peaks there, but the $24 strike is the strongest, and the $23 strike is the second strongest. So somewhere between 23 and 24 is where it's currently trending in terms of where price wants to go. But if it can get over 24, overcome resistance there, then yeah, 25 should be on the table.
Yeah. It's beating 25. That's the fucking.
That is the boss.
All
boss
the way
battle.
back, and yeah. Let me see. I'm not all the way ready. I turned off my Wi-Fi, but yeah. I mean, you can look back. I turned on. Well, it's kind of the daily here, but like we've been living in the 25 range since since right around here. It's just right here since June. It's been pretty ugly. Just flat 22 to 23. All right. I thought I turned everything on. I must have messed up. Oh, there. All right. We got lots of gaps too. So, all right. Okay.
I didn't realize you were manually marking these on your chart. That is impressive.
Oh yeah, I do these. And then I try to turn them off as I go. Yeah. So, okay. So for the week, Monday last week. So I don't have my glasses either. All right. 3.6 million traded Monday last week, up 0.47%. Just it's the typical run out of the clock stuff. We said it for a couple weeks now. It's, we catch a bid like we did in January, and then they just kill it on us. Well, this has been a couple months now. I guess we got a little bit of a move at earnings, maybe, kinda, but not really.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't have earnings turned on. Where's it at? All right. Anyways, whatever. All right. So, but Tuesday was interesting. We had 10.67 million traded in volume. We're up 1.5%. That was like a whole bunch of dark pool trades too, or like a couple big dark pool trades.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, they aren't showing up on my charts because we had some more of that today too, and I'm not seeing the volume like some of the other people are, like on Webull or whatever. But yeah, it happened then too, and usually we see those come in. And we get some action after the fact. See, my chart's a mess now with all this shit marked off, but it happened again. You saw the volume come in, and we caught a bit of a bid, and traded sideways for the rest of the day. Down 2.2% on Wednesday, off 6.7 million. SPY was up 2.5% that day too. Jesus. Yeah, we kind of do our own thing sometimes because, but it seems to only be when SPY moves up, I guess. I don't know. It feels like that's the case at least. But yeah, we got smoked on Wednesday while SPY was moving. 3.1 million traded on Thursday, and then 5.8 million traded on Friday. Down like 0.47% for the week, off 30.14 million in volume. Up a little bit, but versus the week before, which is a holiday, but it's just all the same shit since we got up here around February after all the excitement with the RC. Chart looks good though. I mean, yeah, lots and lots of gaps below us. I have them marked off. 2238 is the closest one. 2203 down to 2168, 2136. None of these will hit, I don't think. 2009 is the start of the year gap. This is January, very start of the year. we gapped up from that point, and I said it all the way back then. It's going to be the low of the year, and I'm pretty sure none of these down here are gonna fill it all. I mean, if I'm to guess the rest of this week, like I said, I think we got a shot at 25 above us. We got a gap at 25.50 and then 26.99. That makes the chart look so messy when I do all that. It really does. But I mean, like, so for this week, they're going to want us down here to finish around where we are. I think they're going to work their best to make that happen. XRT coming off of Reg Show last week is pretty exciting. We have a very strong history of XRT coming off Reg Show. I have those marked off here. Let's see. That's just the last three, but it started in August. It's a pretty good history down to August 2022. I have a couple other things marked off, but yeah,
I like the rocket.
My first rocket. I put this rocket here. This is when Barking Puppy got rogued too, by the way. This is the Bed Bath & Beyond run. Right when RC sold his Bed Bath & Beyond, but we went off XRT T3 XRT, and then we ran pretty freaking hard, 32%. The next one was November 2023. So I have a couple other things. So it was this one, 44% move off of an XRT T3. So XRT goes on Reg Show, and then within 3 days, so it came off here, and about 4 days later, fucking 44% run. Happened again in February last year. That was the smallest move that we had. Still, we caught a 14% bid. And then it happened in April last year as well. That one was more of a delayed. Which is kind of what I think we might experience right now as well, mainly because it's OPEX. But we did catch our bid, and this is the GameStop Bitcoin top May OPEX. I said it last week.
Mm-hmm.
If we're running during May OPEX settlement, take profit.
Yeah.
Especially there. And then September was the last time XRT was on Reg Show and came off last year. Also was just in time for the warrants to be announced. So I don't know if we can say that bid is because of XRT T3, but it is convenient how this shit seems to always kind of line up with, big events. So yeah, and then we just had it happen too. So today is T3, but like I showed you in May or April, it is not an exact science. It's pretty close though. It really is. But like I said, it being OPEX, I could see this being something that they drag on past this week. But then we get into 420 and OPEX settlement week, and then we can talk about tinfoil a little bit later. But I don't know. I might be biting on this 420 stuff. It's it's encouraging me. I don't know. Well, the fact that it's on OPEX settlement and that T3 XRT came off Reg Show. It's just the anniversary of Kitty loading. Anyways, whatever. We can get back to it in just a second. GME we were saying this on the show last week too. It's like looking a little rough compared to GameStop. It was down like 7% last week too. Wasn't very pretty, off of 3.31 million in volume as well. So I'll just go through the days real fast. Monday, 481,000, down 3%. Tuesday, 480, up 1%. Thursday, down almost 5% off 800,000. Sorry, that was Wednesday. Thursday, down 4% off of 600,000. And then Friday, put the daily up. It doesn't look good at all, honestly. And then Friday, we're up 4%. That doesn't seem right. Was that right? Yeah, we were up Friday.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Up Friday. I guess GameStop was up too. So you're up 4.5% off of 800,000 on Friday. But I mean, it just doesn't, I don't know. It doesn't look as great as it had been prior. I don't even see no fallen wedge, maybe. Not really. So I don't know. I mean, the $32 calls for October are, I think, $1.04 right now. So that's a big range. 30-day. Hey, my AMC calls are up. I just got a notification. What are we at? 144. All right. 6% up. Sorry, guys. GameStop 0.45. All right.
I play AMC calls because I know that I won't hesitate to take profit.
Yeah, I just don't give a shit.
Yeah, like with GameStop, I have the disadvantage of being an emotional trader.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm all right. I've learned to take. Well, we haven't got many opportunities. Even
Not
if
lately,
you're playing
anyway.
AMC. Yeah, especially if you're playing AMC too. But hitting $1 going into the summer, it's not a bad look. Not saying it's a fucking good play. Don't get me wrong. I'm just playing some
Right.
short-dated calls on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Sensei. I don't know if he's still with us, but he probably left the first time we mentioned it. So yeah, there's a big difference between $100 or a $32 call for October versus buying a GMUs at $1. So, I'm not sure what's been causing GMUs to get its ass beat so bad lately, but I think IV is probably playing a pretty big role in that. We got down to 30 last week, like flat. I've never seen that. We might have dipped under it. I wasn't watching it closely enough to see if intraday we got down there, but 30-day IV at 30 flat is 9-year record. I don't know. Maybe all time. Maybe probably not all time, but really fucking low.
Yeah.
Like I think it's at 31 right now too. Yeah, I mean, if someone's trying to target 420, IV is at a very good spot, 31.6 currently. So I don't know. Buy if I said it last week, I'll say it again. It's Kitty. I mean Kitty. It'd be a good time for you to buy some calls. We're right at your fucking cost basis. IV is as low as it's ever been, and it's 420. I mean, come on, bro. You got this.
Right?
Yeah. 4 million shares available at 0.48. So that's up since this morning, by the way. And like we went into the weekend with 2 million, 2.4. So there's some more shares have been made available. Whatever. I don't know. Like it's just whatever when it comes to that. Yeah, what time is it? 12:46. We got about 15 minutes left in the day. Bitcoin's at 73,000. That's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Market is up today. That's interesting too, I guess, because of everything that was going on over the weekend. I think the market is just
a little suspicious.
Yeah, it definitely is a little suspicious. But I mean, I don't know. The amount of back and forth and crazy shit, it might just be like numb at this point. So
yeah.
All right. Well, I got not much, when with the chart we can kind of talk about the 420 tinfoil, but
Bitcoin's up just 1% in only the last 45 minutes too. So
yeah. Oh yeah. A little bit of volume coming in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's so far, like if it can break above, I'm gonna say like 73,800, then it will invalidate a head and shoulder pattern that would have taken it down to like 67,000.
Yeah, Bitcoin's been just doing some sideways shit since February too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right around the 5th. I wonder if RC sold some more covered calls. I don't know. All right.
I wonder what they were able to sell those for when they did sell the ones for like the 105 to 110 range, because they probably rolled them, or like I don't know. These are probably cash settled futures, so I don't know if they're I don't know if you would roll them the same way that you do like a traditional option. Probably not. This is probably stuff through like the CME, something along those lines, the way that Coinbase handles Bitcoin calls. But
yeah.
But like you use they're using their position 4,709 Bitcoin as collateral for covered calls. So yeah, it is interesting.
I've never had enough Bitcoin to sell calls against it, so
me either. Yeah, like it's a foreign concept to me, but
one day, maybe. Yeah. So okay, what do you got with the chart, Polly?
Let's see if there's anything I want to add. Last week looked like a maybe the completion of a distribution, at least on the warrants. There's actually a really nifty indicator. Oh, since you have TradingView on the screen, if you want to go to your GME chart,
Okay.
and then just hit the like / key on your keyboard. The one, one next to shift. Yeah, that one. And then type accumulation, because that's easier to spell than Wyckoff.
Distribution?
Accumulation. Yeah, but we actually want the Wyckoff one. So I'm going to have you spell Wyckoff instead. So it's WYCKOFF. Yeah, that top one. So you're going to add that.
You're going to bust me out. I don't use any fucking indicators.
That's okay. Yeah. So this is just really any time frame is fine. What I'm looking at right now, what I was looking at on the warrants was the 30-minute.
Okay. You want me to pull up the warrants?
Yeah. The regular stock ticker's fine, but all right. I'm loading the 30-minute on my chart now too. So yeah, you can see like where there's accumulation and distribution, and this is just a nice indicator to do a little bit of a look back, and it will attempt to label in real time when some of these things are happening. So like what you're looking at here is the abbreviations that are associated with Wyckoff accumulation and distribution patterns. And like I think talked about this before, where like GameStop is just like a lot of patterns within patterns within patterns within patterns, and a lot of them, and like just with most of the stock market in general, like Wyckoff patterns are very, very common. So accumulation is when it's maybe below where you want it to be, but that's where institutions are getting hungry, and distribution is above where maybe the institutions want it and they're taking profit. That's kind of the quick way of looking at that. But on the one that doesn't have a background right now, you can see like it starts out with a SC. That's a selling climax. So like we look at that as a local bottom. Then AR is automatic rally, and then ST is secondary test. So it's coming back and testing a support level again. So like when what we call a double bottom is a selling climax and a secondary test, and then there's a buying climax and an automatic rally, and then a secondary test on that sort of double top sort of thing. But then you can see like none of these got shaded. These are just getting labeled as pivot points essentially, because it hasn't like fully had the characteristics of a complete accumulation or distribution. So those have like green and red arrows to indicate whether you're looking at the distribution versus the accumulation, those sorts of things. But yeah, it's a neat indicator if you want to get a little bit of a historical perspective on some of our price action.
Well, tell me when to YOLO. I'm trying to see like that SD was pretty good.
Yeah, when you get a selling climax, then an automatic rally, that secondary test is generally going to be a good place to enter long.
So we whack off into the climax. I'm sorry. That was for you, IB. That's cool. All right. So will the SC show up before the move, or is that like a retro thing?
Yeah, it kind of shows up after the fact, but it does attempt to label pivot points as they happen. And so like when you've got like a long wick on something, so it's a little bit of a retrospective thing. But if you want to look at the warrants just to see how this indicator looks on there, yeah, then you see a lot of the same things. But in my opinion, the warrants are a little bit of a cleaner chart to look at sometimes. Like in some ways, the warrants are easier to understand from a technical perspective. But yeah, this is a neat format where we can actually show people what we're talking about.
Yeah, you should be able to take control of this at one point. I don't see why not. I think I just have to stop sharing, right? We'll have to do that next time. Trying to think. Yeah, you're gonna maybe. I don't do very many indicators. You're gonna have to. Maybe we can do an indicator a week by Pauly or some shit.
There we go. Go over
Kind
something.
of see how they are because I use lines and gaps. That's pretty much it. I don't know. Not been much to trade out, but it's like interesting that like each one of these dips, like it's we catch our bid fast and then it's sideways trending and sell off. Catch a bid.
Pretty common, yeah.
Yeah. There's like slim opportunity to play some calls, but I just would not recommend any of that. It's just there's no way. I mean, oh yeah, Bury bot, by the way. We didn't bring that up.
Yeah, we found out what, Friday, I think.
Yeah, I think that's what right where this SC is right after Bury announces buy. So he's definitely moving the algo. It's awesome too. It like saves the week
because he's announcing these things in private subscriber chats.
But, yeah.
But the algo finds out very quickly.
Yeah, don't it does find out immediately. And also don't get caught sharing this shit on X. I'm just gonna say it now. See something, say something. They're watching people, man. I got reported. I got reported for saying Bury bought GME. I didn't even have a screenshot.
Yeah, you're not even a paid subscriber.
Yeah, I know. It's like what I can't even comment on him buying without it being like copywritten. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm not really sure where the line gets drawn on that. Like it's pretty interesting. Like I understand wanting to not have stuff shared verbatim. Like that's reasonable. But yeah, like the notion that people can't discuss something that they've already heard, especially if it's a secondary thing, like that part is a little tricky.
Yeah, no, we won't talk about the Discord. We'll move on. But yeah, I mean, shit. It is crazy that the algo moves though. I mean, like it's comments too. It's not like I feel like he's probably talking about his articles, right? Like that would be one thing. Like if people are sharing his articles, but sharing him saying like a comment is kind of crazy to try to police. And I don't know if that's what he's really trying to do. So, all right, 4 minutes to close. So, what do you think? How do you think this? How do you think we're gonna close this? You got a guess?
Well, first of all, can you still hear me?
I got you, bro. Can you hear me? Did I lose Pauly? I think I lost Pauly. All right. I'll just probably finish up the show. I guess I was going to say the tinfoil though is 420.10. I don't know if you are of the idea that the cycles are getting shorter, and it's just crazy to think. But Kitty came back like 3 years, pretty much. He left June 2021, and he came back April 2024. So that was now going on, and then he left June 2024. Like we saw a few more tweets, but yeah, he left in June. When was the last time we saw his YOLO? He was, he did a live stream. We saw his YOLO, and that's pretty much it. So it's been 2 years almost since that point. So if we think the cycles are getting smaller, and if you look at the chart, I think you could maybe agree that that's happening. Let me see if I can. I'm thrown off now that I lost Pauly. I don't know. The weekly chart's gonna. But I mean, anyone who's looked at GameStop's chart, you can see it. It's peak, the wedges, the Dorito. It's just looking like it's getting smaller and smaller. The peaks are getting smaller, the highs are getting lower, the lows are getting higher, and the time in between is getting shorter. So I think it'll be a good time. Maybe 0109 to 420 meant a year and a half, 2 years. I don't know. Don't play. Pauly's listening. Don't play calls based on that, though. I am, though. I'm not gonna fucking lie. I'll probably be playing 420. All right. I think that's it. Pauly's gonna try to get in, but I don't think he's gonna make it. Maybe I shouldn't have told everyone I'm buying calls. Not financial advice. I don't know how that works when we do this live, but all right. All right. Well, I got you.
hear me?
Hello. Welcome back.
Okay. Yeah. I was listening to you while I was trying to get back in. Yeah. Riverside crapped out on me again. So.
It's all right. We made it pretty far.
Yeah. Yeah. It was good. Yeah. I think the last thing I heard you say before Riverside tried to reconnect was asking me if I had any thoughts on where we might end up the week. I think, where did you say max payment was 2250?
Yeah.
It's monthly OPEX. So,
April, and it's been around a while too. There's a lot of contracts out there.
Yeah. So if we see more than 30 million shares traded this week, then I think we got a chance of ending above like 24. But if it's a low volume week, then I would lean toward that like $23 range. So I think volume is going to be the key, because if we don't see a lot of volume, then that's going to be a little bit more of a magnet, that open exposure down there. So we'll still see.
Yeah, I agree. If we can get above 23.76, 24-ish, like this little bit of resistance here, I think we got a shot at getting to 25, and then we'll see how long it holds. But then after that, I mean, I'm talking about 420 because it is OPEC settlement for April.
Yeah.
It's a big month. The contracts have been out for a long time now, at least the GME contracts. GME 1 might have some too. So April OPEX, there's 232,000 out of the money calls right now, and 52,300 in the money calls on the GME 1. So that's the most by far, except for Jan 2027. It's 251,000 open calls. GME 1, which is the warrants option chain, they don't even have there is an April. Goddamn, there is an April strike there too. So this April has been around for a long while. 13,000 out of the money contracts there, and 3,100 in the money. So not much, not really swinging max pain by much. Yeah, I don't know. I want to get through this week. And then I want to get a bunch of volume next week. And I want it to be behind Kitty buying a bunch of $5,000 calls.
That'd be nice.
That would be wonderful. That would be it.
Yeah, been a long time since we've seen call activity come in fast and furious like that.
Yeah, we'll see it too. It'll be quick.
Yeah, you'll know if it's happening. Bad Robot actually just posted earlier today. He got a little bit of a market performance for the product sectors that GameStop is in. So people should check that out.
I saw him.
Yeah. I posted the link in our green room chat. So hardware spending in the U.S. was up 31% month over month from January, 22% year over year. Nintendo Switch 2 was the primary driver, tracking 45% ahead of Switch 1 at the same point in its life cycle. So that's pretty good. Really decent performance there on the Switch. Software spending down 3% month over month and up 1% year over year. Content spending was flat as subscription services continued to surge, growing 27% year over year and absorbing declines in premium game purchases. So, and then collectibles, of course, total toy dollar sales up 4% year over year. Yeah. Then games and puzzles 22% up year over year, with Pokemon accounting for 76% of category gains. Building sets up 18%. Explorative and other toys 15% year over year. And that is driven by NFL trading cards and action figures. But
Bad Robot always has the good data. So I'm just clicking through the options.
There you go.
Unusual ways while I'm listening. I don't know. We had some calls come in, but they sold off today. Just
as it goes.
Fucking bloody wankers selling calls. Let's see. I have that. Hold on. I can do that. We can do that while we're live.
There you go.
Maybe. Let's see. I got a couple here. Let's see.
Fuck on.
That's for M.
Fuck, hun.
All right, that's enough of that. I don't. The Bloody Wanker is like a video, so I don't know what's gonna happen. I need to update it better. All right. Anyways, okay, that's it. We'll stop fucking around. That was fun though. I like this. We'll do this again, Paul. We'll see how
Yeah.
the editing goes. But it's
Right.
nice having the screen. I do want to get it out for the feed as well for the people that listen through like Apple or Spotify.
Right. Yeah.
But at least this will be an option if I'm not able to get to it. So
Yeah. And then that way the stuff that we talk about that is a little bit more time sensitive sometimes will at least
Yeah, we can go live.
the content's out there. So
sweet. All right. Well, thanks for coming, dude. I appreciate it. Anything
Yeah.
before we go?
Trade responsibly.
Yeah. Don't play 10.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the dates and thinking 4417 is MOPEX and 420 is settlement.
no.
So yeah, just
If
follow the chart.
If XRT went off the reg show this week instead of last week, I would have been dumb. Like if it would have like
Go do something stupid.
yeah, it would have been dumb. And so I'm glad it was a week earlier because the T3 hype would have got me. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks for coming, Em. I don't know if you're listening. She might be in the car with her kid right now. So thanks for coming. That was fun. I guess my advice would be don't crash out on live TV. I don't know. That'd be my advice. Don't crash out and don't play fucking 10. So all right. Thanks everyone for coming out. Have a good one.
Thanks.
All right. So I'm gonna end it too. So hold on though.
Yep.
I'm a little worried on how to end it.